Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Jenny. I just turned 40 and I've been getting a lot of comments about my skin lately. I've been doing a carnivore diet experiment and sharing my results here on YouTube, and in the course of doing so, I've gotten hundreds and hundreds of comments about my skin, how it glows, how radiant it is, and lots of questions about how I get my skin to look so good. So in today's video, I'm going to go over my exact skincare routine, including lifestyle habits, the products that I use every day, my makeup when I do wear makeup, and the treatments that I get done. I'm also going to discuss which treatments give you the best bang for your buck and which treatments are a complete waste of money. I've split this video up into chapters so you can skip around if you'd like, and where applicable, I have put links in the description to products and websites. A little background, I haven't always had good skin. When I was in late elementary and early middle school, I had pretty bad acne and I was mercifully bullied for it. I later fell into drugs and alcohol through my teens and my mid-20s, and I was a heavy cigarette smoker. I got my shit together in my late 20s, or at least I started to. I quit smoking, I've been clean for over 13 years, and I've slowly cut down my drinking to virtually nothing. I have never really been a sun worshiper. I have pale pinkish skin. My ancestry is mostly from the British Isles, and we are a pale, ruddy folk. I burn pretty easily. I can tan, but I have never really been super tan my entire life. And in my early years, I did wear sunscreen on my face sporadically, but not consistently enough in my opinion. I tell you all of this because I want you to know that wherever you are in your skincare journey, you can change course and make positive changes to your life, your health, and your skin. I'm a case study for the human capacity for growth and positive change. And I believe that you can improve yourself until your dying breath. I started really caring for my skin around age 31, and now I just turned 40 and I can see the fruits of my labor. So let's start with lifestyle habits. You need to have a solid foundation to start with. If you want to have glowing skin, you need to be metabolically healthy. Let's quickly go over what I consider to be the 4 pillars of health. The first pillar is nutrition. I personally follow a carnivore diet where I only consume animal products. I've been doing carnivore for going on 16 months. I've lost 45 pounds and I've improved my metabolic health across the board. If you're interested in learning more about carnivore, check out some of my other videos on my channel. I have a ton of carnivore updates, blood work videos, and lots of data for you to look at. Now, I'm not saying that you have to eat a carnivore diet in order to have glowing skin. I don't believe that the carnivore diet is, the only healthy way to eat, but I do have a few tips as far as nutrition goes. First, you need to cut all added sugars, vegetable seed oils, and ultra-processed foods from your diet. Next, you need to focus on real whole foods. I've personally also cut gluten from my diet, but I did that years before I started carnivore. Focusing on a real food diet and cutting all the crap is going to do wonders for your metabolic health and therefore your skin. Under the same category as nutrition, we move into hydration. Now, I'm not saying that you need to drink like a gallon of water every day. Each individual has different hydration needs. I'm typically drinking anywhere between 40 to 80 ounces of water a day, and I like to do 1 glass of water in the morning right when I wake up, 24 ounces, and then I put 1 pack of raw, unflavored Element electrolytes into it, and I'd actually like to thank them for sponsoring today's video. Element is an electrolyte mix that has everything you need and nothing you don't, with 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. It comes in 9 different flavors, so if you hate the taste of water, Element can help to doctor it up for you a little bit. I'm typically using the raw, unflavored version on the carnivore diet, but if I'm bored or just want something with a little bit more flavor, I love their watermelon and their mango chili. Each of those only has 1 gram of carbs and fits perfectly into my carnivore lifestyle when I want something a little different. Element is offering my viewers a free sample pack with any order. That's 8 single serving packets free with any Element order. Just head to the link in the description. It's drinkelement.com/JennyMiddich. That's DRINKLMNT.com/JennyMiddich and get your free sample pack with any order today. My final lifestyle habit under nutrition is to cut alcohol as much as humanly possible from your diet. This one was hard for me. I was a fan of alcohol. You could say that I was a raging alcoholic through my teens and 20s. But as I progressed through my 30s, I cut alcohol drastically. I'm now drinking maybe like 1 drink every 4 to 6 weeks, if that, and it's usually something pretty low carb, like a vodka soda or something like that. Alcohol is very hard on the skin. It can break capillaries, it messes with your sleep, so you have dark circles, it promotes dryness and flaking. And I know that when I was drinking heavily, my skin was nowhere near as good as it could have been. So I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but cutting alcohol as low as you possibly can, or just completely from your diet, is going to do wonders for your skin. I think nutrition is the most important pillar of health. I think it's like 80 to 85% of your metabolic health in general, but there's 3 other pillars that I wanted to touch on quickly, and the first one is movement. The human body is meant to move. We are not meant to sit and be sedentary. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be like an ultra marathoner or go to the gym 6 days a week or anything like that. For me personally, I just walk 4 to 6 days a week. I'm doing like 2 to 3 miles, and I'm doing some strength training 3 to 4 days a week. For the movement piece, I just think you need to get up, get moving, get that blood flowing, and then that translates into brighter, more glowy, more radiant skin. The next pillar of health is sleep. In America especially, we have this hustle culture that like glorifies lack of sleep, and that just couldn't be further from the truth. Human adults need 7 to 9 hours of sleep, and the timing of the sleep is also important. If you are in bed sleeping between the times of 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., that's when your human growth hormone is released in its highest concentrations, and that allows your body to really do some repair work, some autophagy, cellular turnover, and it really translates into brighter, healthier skin. If you would like to learn a little bit more about circadian rhythms and all of that kind of stuff, there's an excellent book called Lifetime. I'll put a link to it in the description below. And if you hate reading, I've also got a link to a free month of Audible, so you can just listen to it. But it's an excellent book, goes into all of the most recent sleep science that's out there. But all you really need to focus on is getting 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep every night consistently. The final pillar of health I want to talk about quickly is stress. Stress can mess up all the other pillars. When you're stressed out, you overeat, you don't move, your sleep sucks. So stress is a killer. I'm intimately acquainted with stress. I have a very high stress job. I have 2.5-year-old twin toddlers. Love them to death, but they stress me out. And you know, as the mom, the organizer of the family, I'm just wearing so many hats. The logistical coordinator for the family, domestic engineer, if you will, keeping everything in order, scheduling everything. It's a lot. It's a lot of stress. What I do to help relieve the stress is the following. I love to exercise, reading, hot baths, massages, going to the movies is really helpful for me. Therapy has been really helpful in the past. Journaling, meditation, practicing gratitude and mindfulness. All of these things are great stress relievers. Stress can express itself on your skin through breakouts, psoriasis flare-ups, dryness, flaking, cracking, and so many other things that are unique to the individual. You want to keep your stress levels under control. And those are the lifestyle habits that contribute to my metabolic health and provide an optimal baseline for skin health. Now let's move into the products that I use. I've used a lot of products in my day, and these are the ones that I've settled on over the past couple of years. I've linked everything in the description below, and in some cases there will be a coupon code, so be sure to look out for those. In the shower, I'm using 2 different cleansers. The first is a Lash X Lash Cleanser. I get my eyelashes done, so this is specifically for the eyelashes. Next up, I'm using Caram MD Rinse on the rest of my face. This is step 1 of the Caram MD trifecta, and it's a very gentle cleanser. And finishing up in the shower, a couple times a week, I'm using the Caram MD Polish. This is an enzymatic exfoliating scrub, and it just makes your skin glow. Once I'm out of the shower, I'm doing a few spritzes of this Dermalogica Antioxidant Hydra Mist. I don't really know that it does anything special, but I love the way it smells and it really wakes me up in the morning. Next up is the Caram MD Quench. This is a vitamin C serum, and it is step 2 in the Caram MD trifecta. And then we're moving on to my absolute favorite moisturizer of all time, and that is not an understatement. This is the Caram MD Illuminate, step 3 in the Caram MD trifecta, and that is an appropriate name. It really, truly illuminates your skin. It has a little bit of retinol in it, a bunch of other really awesome ingredients, and man, does it make your skin glow. If I was on a desert island, I would bring the Caram MD Illuminate with me. I'm obsessed with it. Finally, if I'm going anywhere, I will put on some Ulta sunscreen. This comes in clear and tinted. I use the clear. And then I've got this O'Keeffe's lip balm. It's very basic, but it's so good, and I use it every single day. My skincare routine is my stopping point most days. I really don't wear makeup unless I have to go somewhere, an outing, or if I'm filming a video. Now, when I was younger, I was known for my red lipstick and dark black eyeliner. You would know I had been somewhere by the lipstick marks on my cigarette butts and coffee cups. But now if I'm wearing makeup, it's very light. Like in today's video, let me show you exactly the makeup that I have on right now. I've got two different foundations that I use. One is very light coverage, one is more of a moderate coverage. The one that I'm wearing today is the moderate coverage. This is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation, and it looks so good and clean, but it covers a little bit more. The next foundation I use if I'm just like running errands or whatever and I just want to have a little something on my skin is the Fenty Easy Drops Blurring Skin Tint. For concealer, I'm using the Benefit Bowing Bright On Concealer. For eyelid primer in the past, I used the Benefit Stay Don't Stray, but I'm currently wearing the Anastasia Eye Primer. For powder, I use the Hourglass Veil Translucent Powder. My eyebrow pencil is the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil. For eyeliner, I'm using the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Liner. I do not wear mascara because I get my eyelashes done. And for lip color, I have a few different options there. First off, I have two Glossier Ultra Lip Glosses in Vesper and Villa. I also use this Ulta Beauty Radiant Shine in 350 and Buxom Powerful Plump in Dolly Fever. And that's it for makeup and products. So now I want to talk a little bit about the treatments that I have done. Treatments are one of my favorite things to do, and I feel like the treatments that I get done really contribute to my skin health. I think nutrition is the most important thing, and also wearing sunscreen every single day is vitally important, sunscreen on your face. But man, the treatments really put that extra oomph in my skin. But there are a lot of treatments out there that I do not think are worth it. So I wanted to talk today about the ones that I get done that I think are worth the money, and the treatments that I think are not worth it at all. First off, I love Botox. I'm getting my Botox touched up probably every 3.5, 4 months. I'm typically doing about 60 units, and I'm getting this in my forehead. So like up here for raising my eyebrows, and then right in between my eyebrows for my 11s. You can see that doesn't move that much. And then I get some right around my eyes to prevent crow's feet. I see Botox as a preventative measure. If you're older or you already have deeper formed wrinkles, Botox can help to soften those wrinkles. But for me, my goal has been to prevent those wrinkles from forming in the first place. Now I realize that my skin is going to wrinkle over time. That's inevitable, but I wanted to prevent what I could. I've been getting Botox since I was 32, and I have no pronounced lines on my forehead or around my eyes, so it has been effective. Some of the other treatments that I really love getting are chemical peels, microneedling, dermaplaning, and Hydrafacials. I'm getting a chemical peel every 6 to 8 weeks, and I'm typically doing a brightening chemical peel. So it doesn't really peel much, it just brightens the skin, it gives me a glow, and minimizes pores. Recently, I've had 3 BioRepeels, and they are a game changer when it comes to chemical peels. There's only 48 hours of downtime, and the pores in my forehead are like gone. We also use microchanneling with that chemical peel to help penetrate the surface of my skin, making the BioRepeel highly effective and worth every penny. Another treatment I love is microneedling. It helps encourage cellular turnover and collagen and elastin production. Typically, your face is numbed first with a cream, and then your skin is punctured by tiny sterilized needles. Downtime is up to a week, and you start to see results within a couple of months. The next treatment I love is dermaplaning. I'm typically getting this done before I get a chemical peel. Dermaplaning is a treatment where they take this little tool here and basically shave your face and get all of the dead skin and little tiny hairs off. Dermaplaning creates a beautiful surface for product and makeup application, and your skin glows and looks really fresh. The next treatment is a Hydrafacial. Hydrafacials are just like they sound. Hydrating, there's a light chemical peel involved, and it helps to clear clogged pores. Now let's talk about a few treatments that I've done in the past, but that I no longer do. First up is filler. I've had some filler in my cheeks, my lips, and under my eyes, but I no longer get filler. It doesn't really do what I want it to do. What I'm looking for is to provide some lift. And unfortunately, you can just keep pumping your cheeks and your lips and under your eyes full of filler, but it's not going to have the effect of a facelift. All it's going to do is make you look puffier and puffier, and that is not the look I'm going for. Also, fillers never truly go away. They can dissolve them. There is a way to do that, but filler never truly 100% goes away. So I'm just kind of like over fillers. There is another kind of filler-esque type treatment called PRP. This is where they draw some of your blood and spin out the plasma and the platelets, and then they mix it with a little bit of filler. I've had that done a couple of times, and in general, I think that's okay, but I'm just done with the fillers. So that one I could recommend to people if you wanted to get a little bit done, maybe plump up your lips a little bit or do something to provide a little bit of volume. But just know that filler isn't going to do what a facelift can. As far as a treatment that I would never get done and I do not recommend for anybody, that would be threads. Threads are marketed like they are just as good as a facelift, but the fact of the matter is they are not. Plus, you have to have someone that is highly skilled to place them. Otherwise, they can pull it all the wrong places in your skin or stick out or just so many other nightmarish possibilities. I have seen some real horror stories with this. So threads are a complete waste of money. Just avoid them at all costs. My recommendations for treatments at a minimum are getting a brightening chemical peel a few times a year, maybe microneedling once a year, a quarterly Hydrafacial, and Botox if you want to soften those wrinkles or prevent them from forming in the first place. Dermaplaning is also awesome. I would recommend getting that maybe once a month, once every 2 months or something like that, or anytime you get a chemical peel. So let's talk about some future plans. I'm obviously going to be keeping up with my skincare routine. I just turned 40, so my skin is going to need continuous care. My dream is to get a vertical restore facelift from Dr. Amir Karam. He is the doctor that came up with the Karam MD trifecta. His skincare line is amazing, and I've put a link to his channel in the description below. Wow, are his facelifts amazing. I'm hoping to do this sometime in my early to mid 40s. I know that sounds pretty early, but the reason I want to get this done is because the earlier you do it, the better the results are and the easier the procedure is. And then I can look like myself, look fresh, look well rested, into my 60s without needing anything else done. In the meantime, I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing so I can preserve the health of my skin. And if I ever am able to get that facelift from Dr. Karam, I will 100% be sharing that experience here on YouTube. So let's finish up with some quick tips. The first, the very most important, wear sunscreen on your face every single day. This Ulta sunscreen is great. It goes well under makeup and it comes in clear and tinted. The next tip is self-care. This is vitally important. We talked about this in the beginning of the video, but you need to cut alcohol, sugar, vegetable seed oils from your diet. Hydration, daily movement, also very important. Working on lowering those stress levels and making sure to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep is also vitally important for your skin health. These are all things that you can work on that will improve your skin health for very little money. Next up, your skincare routine does not need to be complicated. And in fact, I don't think it should be because then you won't be consistent with it. That's the whole reason I love the Karam MD trifecta. His whole philosophy is you don't have to have a ton of different products and that your skincare should be easy enough for you to be able to do consistently. The next tip, you really don't want to strip your skin of its healthy oils, so try to avoid harsh cleansers, exfoliators, toners, things like that. And while it's not required to get skincare treatments or facials or anything like that, it's definitely going to help preserve your skin for the long term and you can really see a tangible difference. My tip for facials and chemical peels and all that kind of stuff is make sure to find an esthetician that knows what they're doing. You want to find an esthetician that cares about what you want in your skin. What kind of results are you looking for? So for example, my esthetician knows that I'm looking for glowing, radiant skin, that I want to minimize pores, and that I want to age gracefully. So she's planned my whole chemical peel facial regimen around those goals. So be sure to find an esthetician that you can trust, that knows what they're talking about, and that takes your skincare goals into account. I hope this video was helpful. I really wanted to be completely honest and transparent about everything I do for my skin. I really do a lot and I do spend some money on my skin, but I think it's important as a content creator to be honest and transparent about all of this stuff. I know there's lots of people on the internet that are just like, oh, I do nothing. I just look perfect all the time. And that is not true for me. I do a lot. I do a lot for it. So I know there's going to be some naysayers out there that are being like, oh, you get Botox or oh, blah, blah, blah. And that's fine. I totally expect that. But I just wanted to be honest with you. You know, I think nutrition and the lifestyle stuff is about 80% of it. The products and being consistent with that's probably another 10%. And then the treatments are, you know, the icing on the cake for another 10%. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. And remember, it is never too late to start a skincare routine and improve your skin health. I'll see you in the next video.